Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for tuning in. Today is December 4th, 2015. I'm your host, Truth Buster. Thank you for tuning in and joining me for another edition of Truth Buster News. Well, with the utter chaos that is spreading, every direction you turn your hand, and more gets piled on top of it. Lies, deception, garbage on a daily basis. More propaganda, more mind control tactics pushed through the corporate mainstream media to get those not awake to buy in to the lies and deception. Garbage in this world. It's like as if we're fish, right? And propaganda media are the ones holding that fishing rod and each lie and narrative that they push. People grab that hook and they're sitting back laughing, saying, "Well, the hook, line, and sinker, it's real man, it's real man." Another trophy fish to go in the water. Another underneath that plaque, lies and deception, mission accomplished. Well, as I digress here, you have the far brainwashed leftist scumbag so-called liberals of the soul left. There are minions that follow behind them and the populace that are right on their breadcrumbs. Keep on saying, we need gun control, we need legislation, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Time and time again, it has came out that these so-called criminals that are actually black ops, that could be a black ops military mission being carried out, or they're any other of that category, or there's guns, and so forth for hire, a mercenary, if you will. And when the event is executed, that somebody dies or doesn't die is a complete hoax, but the agenda remains the same: gun control, get rid of the guns. No, we need our guns, but guess what? Say what you will about the man and his operation, but yesterday I was going to do a video. I printed off an article from his site, but the printer had a paper jam and didn't print all the pages. But there's an article that was red-linked on Infowars.com yesterday, titled, "Obama Arms ISIS-Linked Militants Without Background Checks." And this is from the writer Kit Daniels on the Infowars team. The article goes as follows: gun control advocates want to enact universal background checks for guns in response to the San Bernardino shooting and all the other shootings that have occurred over the course of time. Gun control, gun control, gun control. Even though President Obama wasn't performing stringent background checks on ISIS-linked moderate rebels he was arming in Syria. The demand for more gun control is also strange, considering the shooting that occurred in California, a state that already has some of the strongest gun laws in the nation, and the fact that Obama is letting refugees, if you will, with terrorist ties into the country. In California, we have tough gun laws. I don't even know how these weapons evolved and the shooting got where they were. We'll find out, said Barbara Boxer, a senator, a Democrat of my home state, said on the Senate floor Thursday. And people say, well, we have these gun laws, but look at this. We've had a 56% reduction in gun violence since '93 in my great state because we've taken action. Actually, no, you have not. I moved up from California in 1998 to Oregon. And guess what? You lying piece of crap. Crime was off the charts, especially gun-related. But it was executed by criminals, not the law-abiding citizen. Whether they're street thugs or government ops. They still got their guns. And then Barbara Boxer knows exactly how these people got their guns. That's a lie she's spreading. But the significant decline in violent crime since the mid-90s occurred all over the U.S., not just California. And that decline coincided with the increase in private gun ownership. And I'll show you the graph right here. Here, I'll do it this direction. If you take a look here, here's the graph. And it says, serious violent crime versus gun ownership. Crime left scale in millions. As you can see, it has gone down as gun ownership rises. Going back to the true directive. More guns means less crime. It is also worth mentioning that the peak in violent crime near the early 90s was a result of the drug war fueled by the CIA importing cocaine into America's inner cities to help fund the U.S.-backed Contra rebels in Nicaragua. And let's not forget that Paris, France has stronger gun laws than California, and yet ISIS militants still killed over 130 people in multiple terror attacks across the city on November 13th. Despite all these facts, leftists are still pushing for more gun control. But when the dictator Barack Obama, let's call him his official term, president, approved the rearming of Syrian rebels affiliated with ISIS, he didn't demand they undergo strict background checks and waiting periods before receiving their firearms. In fact, the president armed the Syrian opposition on October 1st, the same day Obama suggested the U.S. should start banning guns. After that, the Umpqua community college shooting. The approval came at a National Security Council meeting. CNN reported the president also emphasized to his team that the U.S. would continue to support the Syrian opposition as Russia enters the war-torn country. Virtually all of the rebels in Syria have pledged allegiance to the Islamic State since at least 2013. The Free Syrian Army and the Syrian National Council, the vaunted bulwarks of the moderate opposition, only really exist in hotel lobbies and the minds of Western diplomats. Journalist Ben Reynolds wrote, "There is simply no real separation between the moderate rebel groups and hardline Salafists allied with Al-Qaeda." So there you go. Well, you got these bastard-ass scums doing everything in their power to push gun control, staging all these shootings and these horrendous acts of violence. You got that demon-filled scumbag himself, Dictator Obama, saying, no, ISIS doesn't need a background check. They can have their guns. But America, you don't get yours. I'm going to do whatever I can to get rid of them. So my advice is this. If you don't have a gun, whether you believe in the Second Amendment or not, go buy one. And then once you buy one, get proper training for the use and care of one. Go join a shooting club or just go to a shooting range. Take a class and learn how to use it. Because you're gonna need it. Wholeheartedly are you gonna need it. The clock is ticking. And I'll say that time and time and time again. That bomb's gonna drop, and it's gonna drop quick. So aside from getting firearms, if you don't already have one, get your family and friends together. Tell them to do the same, despite your feelings about the Second Amendment. Refresh their memory of all the horrendous acts that have occurred. Keep fresh in mind what happened in France. Not in a negative light, but tell them, look, they have some of the toughest gun laws in the world. They're not allowed to own a gun. Do you want 130 people or more get slaughtered here on this soil because we don't have guns or you don't have a gun? Not only that, you got to prepare. You get all the emergency food supplies in order. Evacuation plan. Communication plan. All the things. Make a checklist. Do it for your own safety of your family, yourself. And tell others around you to do the same thing. I want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that you watch my videos. If you like what I'm doing, please share my videos. Doesn't matter what platform you use. I've come to notice that a lot of social media platform outlets other than Facebook and Twitter, you can share things on Instagram, Snapchat, and there's other ones, mobile apps you can download. You can share these, and you can put the link in there if you can't share the video. Let's get this word out. And also, if you want to join my channel, I'll be appreciated if you did by subscribing. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment below. If you have something you want me to know that you don't want anybody else to know, I will, in my strictest confidence, keep you completely anonymous unless you want to be known. You can give me an email at truthbuster37@gmail.com, or you can reach me on my Twitter at truthbuster. God bless and be safe.